Good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome everybody. This is the 11th March over here. Let's take a look at all our systems. Looks like our systems are up and running. We got Zoom populating here. We got YouTube, Gulag populating here. Beautiful. Let's see here. So we still got a few people coming in. Pretty good. EU dropping like it's hot. Yes, haven't really looked at the charts. So we're gonna look to see what's going on over here. Finally woke up early enough to join the stream from the beginning. Oh, nice. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think it's going to be an amazing day here today. I really think it's going to be an amazing day here today. Yesterday was like, meh, it was okay yesterday. But today, we're going to see if we can turn things really around here. Let's see what we can do here first. All right, so you missed 15 pips on GJ. Oh, that's okay. We'll catch more later. So let's take a look at this, right? Let's do some full analysis here, breakdown from the high time frame to the low time frame. So what I like to do whenever it comes to the charts is that I like to clear all analysis. I like to clear all analysis. It's a fresh day. It's a fresh start. So when I have like a fresh look at the markets here. So looking at the weekly, we almost tapped into 151. Ooh, wow, 700. Almost 151, 700. We're still moving bullish. Looking to the left-hand side, we're basically coming into, well, I would want to say like a rejection area, but we've been coming into a lot of rejection areas lately, right? But we're still being smashing through them. So on the daily, there's a target at 152,400. So we're going to keep that in mind over there. Let's take a look on the 4-hour time frame. And looking at the 4 hours, seems like we're creating a resistance up here at 151,500. We also broke above this resistance at 151,200. So let's take a look on the smaller time frame now, on the 1-hour time frame. On the 1-hour time frame, what we can kind of see is that we created a resistance at 151,600, which is very apparent right over here. At the same time, we created a support, and this support is possibly supporting the idea for price to continue up to retest the high at 151,600. So right now, that high is around 20 pips away. But I think we're seeing some sort of a rejection. Let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame. Yes, we are seeing some sort of a rejection from an area up over here. Let's take a look at that in detail. So I think on the 15-minute time frame, price is kind of like rejecting this area right over here where we formed support earlier on in the London session, right? So look, price came up, formed support in the London session, came down, consolidated here a little bit, and then broke straight down. So I think this is where price is stuck at the moment. Let's take a look at, I want to take a look at this area down over here. Let me remove this thing. And we have a support at this point, and then we have another support formed right over here, right? So I'm looking for clean areas where I can see some sort of selling bias. I think the only sells I can see is below 151,300 because we got clean candles here to the left hand side. I think buys, if we start breaking above, let's say 151,480, I think then that's going to be a probability for price to continue moving bullish. But the ranges are small, so we'll have to be careful at this time. Right now, I think if it's retracing, that's okay. I would want to wait for price to break above 151,480 for it to continue bullish. I think that's going to be a pretty good idea to continue the buys at this point. First trade. Oh, what's this? First trade after market fluidity on the reeling. Can you please advise something on trade management on my part? Let's take a look at this chart over here. Entered on the open of this candle based on the previous candle, closed 50%. Okay, when next 15-minute candle opened, closed another 50%. Oh, when it broke the low over here. Okay, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think you had some chances to add positions. You know, so what you need to do is you need to look at this and say, okay, where could you have added a position? Right? So I think you could have added a position right over here once we broke the high over here at this point for price to continue moving bullish. And I think that's could have been a pretty good idea there. All right, pound yen, we're waiting over here. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is consolidating at this point. Let's take a look at the daily time frame. Daily tapped into 1740. We're retracing after that tap. Let's take a look on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so that's a very, very strong resistance at this point. 1740 right over here. What account balance and risk do you trade off? Account balance, that's pretty, I mean, I don't think that's necessary. If you really want to know, it's around 40. But risk, that basically, it's very personal. Risk is very personal. If I can use sometimes 5% risk, sometimes 2% risk, 1% risk, right? So it depends. So we got a support formed at this point right here. Yeah, nice. So gold is ranging at this point. Looking at 30-minute time frame, yeah, we're just ranging at this point. I think a pretty nice move on gold is going to be down till 1724. If we start breaking below, 1731, 1730, and then we can start to continue down. Are you trading on a $400,000 account? No. No, I'm not. All right, perfect. So pound yen is now starting to move bullish at this point. I think if we break above the high, the only problem I have with these buys, right? The only problem I have with these buys is that there are these rejection wicks right over here to the left hand side, right? So even if price breaks above this area, 151, 480, 490, and continues bullish, the only problem I'm going to have is like as candles continue to move bullish, they may start rejecting due to these rejections here before. So that's the only issue I have with these buys. So for that, I think I'm going to stay out of this range over here. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay out of this range over here. I'm not going to try to take a trade within this range because of these issues at this point right over here. I might wait for price to break up of, 151,620, 151,630 for price to continue moving bullish because, that's the big problem I have there within the range. And I don't want to execute in problems, right? So that's a problem I have over there. So I'm going to stay out. How do you overcome the fear of loss? You have to execute a trade. You have to execute. Fear of loss is going to happen. I think most part we have a lot of fear of loss is because we've taken a lot of losses. We haven't really followed our plan. That's the reason you're going to have fear of loss, and also when you don't accept the loss before it happens. Whenever I take a trade, I tell myself, hey, what? This is the maximum amount I'm going to lose within the trade, right? Let's say if I'm taking a buy and I have like a $2,000 account, I'm going to tell myself, okay, on this trade, maximum I'm willing to lose $50. That's it, $50. If I lose $50, I'm going to call it a day at that point. Most people don't do that. You guys want to continue on trading and continue on hammering the market, and it's going to become a very delicate situation really fast. What's this here? Tried to cash this move on GJ twice, but left the trade just because I was impatient. Whenever price was at profit, it came back to my entry level. Do you think it's over trading if I see good setup since I didn't hit my 2%? Yeah, I think so. I think whenever you're getting scared and you're in a position, it's a good idea to kind of like close partial positions, and let the rest run. Actually let the rest run, because if it runs to where you wanted it to go, your confidence is going to increase a little bit. We talk about this every day. Still, I think if you haven't reached your 2%, I think it's still good, right? If you got 2% left in the bank, you can still use that on another trade. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Entry at the break of the highs, nice. Clean candle to retest the high. I think on the 15-minute we have some issues there, which are causing price to retrace and reject at that point. Gold is also ranging here. I'm going to put my yellow lines just to visually indicate what we're looking at. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a New Zealand USD chart. So you got resistance up here, you got support. You're looking for price to break support to continue down. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea to go long if the price rejects this line. I think you'll have to identify what you mean by rejection. Maybe a support formed, right? Or maybe some bullish candles forming in this area for price to continue to go up. That's something you'll have to look at. Let's see here. How do you handle taxes? What percentage do you pay? Could one avoid? Could one avoid taxes? Yes, you can avoid taxes, but then you can't avoid jail time. So you got to choose one of the two. Either you can avoid taxes, or you can avoid jail time and pay taxes. Like, come on, man. Like, aren't we all grown ups here? You gotta pay tax. You don't, avoidance of tax. You can't avoid tax. It's my second day making my own analysis, and yesterday I had a winning trade on GJ. Could you please take a look at my chart? Let's take a look over here. Possible buys down over here. If candle closes bullish under support, I will take a sell. I think you meant under resistance. Yeah, looks good. So did you take buys over here, or did you not take buys over here? What's going on at this point? But yeah, I'm waiting for price to either break above this resistance here for price to continue bullish, or if we start rejecting somewhere at this point, then I think we can continue down. But I'm going to be looking for sells below 151.300. That's what I'm going to be looking at. Potential sells below 151.300. This is what I'm looking at here today. Sells below this area, and possible buys above 151.600 at that point. All right, hello coach, thoughts on this? Let's take a look here. USDJPY, we're ranging. We got resistance formed, we got support formed. Messy, no sells. I think sells below this support makes sense. I agree with that. 108.350, buys above 108.500 makes sense because we got clean candles to the left hand side. Perfect analysis here, waiting for price to break, and then we're going to see what happens. We got USD CAD over here, sells below this area. Oh, okay. Once this candle passes these wicks, I think it's a very high probability for it to continue bearish. If price passes this area, there's a high probability it's gonzo. I agree with that. I think USD CAD has been gonzo for a long while. If you look on the daily time frame, it's just been coming down super hard. We're coming down to wick fill here on the daily time frame here as well. Let's do some quick analysis over here. Oh, 1 hour time frame, 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame is dropping down. We broke below this low at this point. I think if we're dropping down, we're coming down to this really strong support. This is where price rejected here before. Uh-oh. Yeah, right here. This is where price rejected before. And we got to take a look to the left-hand side. And I think the next support we have is somewhere down over here, 1.25590. Which is 17 pips away. That's not bad, 17, 18 pips away. All right, the 15-minute candle has closed on pound yen. Closed like a weak bearish candle, no trade. Gotta wait for the 30-minute candle to close and the 1 hour candle to close. Let's see here. When you grow up, you will realize you have to contribute to society and pay tax. Why would you not pay tax? Look at the picture. That's absolutely true. I think when you grow older, you realize you have to pay tax. Like you can't. I mean, I budget my tax at the end of the year all the time. I budget my tax because you got to pay at the end of the year. Last year paid like 140. It's you have to pay it. Do you usually only trade like 1 to 3 pairs? I focus on 3 pairs, like like pound yen. I'm gonna look at gold sometimes. I may look at USD CAD or Euro JPY because like we have friends there who trade these pairs, so I just keep them open for whatever. But normally I'm only going to be executing on pound yen, and maybe gold. Right, so gold is ranging at this point. Probably looking for sells below 1730, buys above 1739, 1740. Yeah, we're just ranging here at this point. Pound yen, you know what I'm thinking? What I'm thinking is, if we start breaking above this high, 151.480, can price still continue moving to 151.600, even though we have these rejections here to the left hand side? Could volume push price through this area to continue bullish? So we gotta wait. Pound yen took a buy here to retest the high. Break even hit. Oh yeah, we hit break even. Had a little bit of a rejection here. Hey, good morning, Raja. Can you help me about lot size, please? Every time I take a trade, I calculate 1% off my account, but I heard you was talking about static lot size last time. Can you please explain me better? Giovanni, we have an entire section on static lot size, static risk, and dynamic risk in the unlearn and relearn section. It's under the risk management 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. We've discussed those ideas in great detail there. Also, in the risk management virtual class we did, those ideas are also discussed there in great detail. So I think you need to look over that. Okay, let's see here. What do we got here? Yesterday you said your max loss for gold trade was 1300. I think that's was for pound yen. Are you counting your max loss for trade in money or pips? In money. I always look at money when I'm taking risks, right? If I'm taking a trade, I'm always going to look at how much money am I willing to lose in this trade? Let's say $1,000, $800, $700, and then I focus on that. And then I see that, okay, if I'm willing to risk $1,000, I'm also looking to see that, okay, if price goes against me, what can I do differently to risk less than $1,000? Like, even though my planned risk is $1,000, but my actual risk, I really need to make sure that's lower than $1,000, just to make sure that I'm losing less than what I'm planning to lose, right? And that also goes to show that, okay, how exactly are you going to keep your losses small? Because if you can keep your losses small comparatively to your wins will always look bigger than your losses at the end of the day. If price made a low, can we wait for resistance to form, then retest the low in GJ, going off on the 4-hour bearish candle? Let's take a look over here. Price made a low. Yeah, see, that's the thing, because this 4-hour candle came down and it tapped into the previous resistances we had, right? We tapped into that, and now this new 4-hour candle is coming up over here. So we don't know whether it's just making a wick to continue down, or is it going to close bullish just to consolidate here between 151,520 and 151,300. So that's something we'll have to identify. Right, so we got to wait for this 30-minute candle to close to see how it's going to close. If it's going to close back above this range, I think we have a good opportunity for price to continue bullish. But I mean, if it continues within this range, then I think this range is not going to be a pretty good range to take any trades in, because it's 17 pip range. Plus, also we got a lot of rejections here on the smaller time frame, so it's going to get pretty tricky at that point. Is 10 pip stop loss really less in London session? It's actually not about the 10 pip stop loss. It's about logically, according to the candles, where would the stop loss make sense? That's what it's about. Let's take a look at this trade over here. GPAUD, enter once it closed engulfing. Oh, nice, beautiful. Beautiful retracement move over here. Very nice. So it looks like we're coming up over here at this point. We got 8 minutes left for this candle to close. And, I kind of want to execute above this area, but at the same time, I'm going to stay away from it. I'm really going to stay away from it because of these rejections there, so I don't feel comfortable with these rejections to the left-hand side. Why don't you start risking more and start using 50 to 100 lots? Is it hard psychologically? No, I just don't know. I feel like I have to gradually progress. I'm at like 15, 10, 15. I think 10, 15 is still pretty good, and then slowly move on to like 20, 25. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Already took a look at this trade here. Looks like people are sending the same charts over and over again. Let's take a look at GU at this point. GU is super duper messy. Man, this is super messy over here. The only thing I see on this chart is like, okay, we got support over here, and below the support, we have sort of like clean candles. So I think sells below 1.39200 would make sense. At the same time, clean buys above this area would make sense. That's true. Other than that, it's just, this whole area is just super, super duper messy. I wouldn't even want to touch this area at all. Super messy over here. I don't think this week has clean moves at all, man. This week is just playing around. All right, what's this? A GJ pre-New York trade. What could I have done different? By K10 from the Gulag. Let's see over here. K10 entered after the break of the high at this point, closed 50%, candle closed bearish, closed 100% after candle broke below the low. See now, this is the problem here. I think you lost confidence at this point, right? And losing confidence is a really big problem. So you need to figure out how are you going to not lose confidence, but in fact stay safe and build confidence at the same time. So I think what you could have done is, since you had a stop loss down over here, you could have had the same stop loss. You would have closed 50% at this candle closing bearish, and then you would have closed another 50% right over here, you know, and not closing the whole thing because the stop loss was down over here, right? So you close 50%, now you're left with 25% still open, right? When this candle closed bullish, you're like, okay, perfect. When this candle breaks the high, then you can add your risk back onto the trade and then say that, okay, you know what? I'm adding my risk back, and now I think it's going to continue moving bullish, and you can see how the 15-minute candles just continued bullish. Even looking at the 30-minute time frame, they just made higher highs and higher lows at that point. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is GBP AUD waiting for a bearish candle to close for a retest of the low. I like this. Price came down, made a low, came up. If they create resistance, I think really good opportunity for price to continue down. I think we're getting the same chart in the Gulag here too. Kind of like the same analysis on GA. Let's take a look over here. Yeah, same analysis here, but on the 4-hour time frame. On the small time frames, you can actually see the market structure, how you want the candles to form. You made most of your money on gold this month? Most of it, yes. Most of it was on gold. On 30-minute time frame, is it clean traffic to the left? Why wouldn't you execute? 15-minute time frame is choppy and less confirmations than high time frame. Yeah, that's true. And the only reason I don't want to see that, this is the thing. There are rejections on the 15-minute time frame. So that makes me really uncomfortable, you know. And if I want to take a trade, I want to take a trade being 100% comfortable. So I mean, just by looking at a 30-minute time frame, if the next 30-minute candle starts breaking the high over here, I think, yeah, then I'll decide whether I want to execute here or not, because this is like a 12 pip range as well, so got to be very careful. All right, let's take a look at this GU chart here. Ooh, we got clean candles here to the left hand side. Can take impulse entries at this point for price to continue bullish. Makes sense. So we got a resistance at that point there. So right now we're just waiting. Literally, just waiting at this point. All right, what's going on over here? What section comes next, or just go in order? Just finished unlearn and relearn, understanding of everything now. Yeah, I think you just got to start practicing. Start looking at charts, start to identify, you know, certain trades you would want to take. If the trades work out well, just look to see, okay, how can you replicate them the next day? But if you take a losing trade, then obviously you can learn from that losing trade and see if that happens again or not. If you used Fibonacci's, you would probably like to go for a short. I don't know. I might look for sells below this area, 151.300. This is US30, sells when we break the low. Or if you can get some sort of a bearish candle forming here. Probably something like this. If you can get a bearish candle forming like this, that could also give you a nice confirmation for price to continue down. You got clean traffic to the left hand side, and you got support is way down over here. GU, same area, same analysis for people here. Support formed, wait for 30-minute candle to close, resistance for continue up, looks good. I think pound yen also looks good here above 151.480. This is Euro AUD. Haven't seen a Euro AUD chart here in a while. Buys above 151, 128, 27 pip range. I think we got this minor resistance here too, so you got to keep that in mind as price continues breaking above. At the same time, support here looks good here as well for price to continue down. So just got to keep this minor resistance in mind as price continues bullish. Can I ask why you don't trade indices? Because I don't really understand indices, so that's why, I kind of like stay away from indices. Buys above 151 with maybe 0.5%. Would you consider this FOMO? Buys above 151. Did you take buys above 151? Were you executing? Are you looking for buys above 151? I don't know what you mean by that, so you'll have to be more clear about that. What percentage increments do you think is good for upping the lot size? That's totally up to you. You can upgrade like 1 to 2 to 3, 4, 5, or you can go from like 1 to 1.5 to 1.5 to 1.75 to 2.25, 2.5. So you got to understand, whenever you increase your lot sizes, you're basically increasing your risk. So you got to make sure that you are okay with increasing your risk or not. Because sometimes, we can increase the lot sizes to the point where we're like, oh man, you know what? I didn't want to increase my risk at this point, and I think I just increased it a little bit more. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a chart sent by Vehan, 30-minute chart. Buys above this area here. 1739, too much traffic, just chill. Sells below 1730, I think, over here. Yeah, it looks good. Kind of have the same analysis over here, looking for sells below this area, 1730, 1731. Same idea over here, sells below this area. We have the same ranges here. Clean buys above, this price here, and clean sells below this price here. Alright, so 30-minute candle is about to close at this point. Oh, actually it did close. We closed bearish. If we close bearish, still in this range of a 9 pip range, no trade range. This is not a trading range, it's a very small. This is like 17, and if the candle is starting right over here, this range becomes even smaller. It's like a 9 pip range, 10 pip range. I'd want to see price break below 151.300 for price to continue down. Alright, let's take a look over here. Sells below 1730, okay, looks good. Buys above 1739, looks good. Perfect. Perfect, some quick analysis here. Looking at GU, buys above resistance, simple easy planning. Let's see what happens. Sells below the support. Troubling area at that point. Sells as the one-hour candle closes bearish. Nice, secured 80% at 10 pips. Oh, so this is planning ahead. Okay. If you do reject that area, if you break below this low here, I think there's a very high probability for price to continue down. Actually, let's take a look at that idea here. GPAUD. Alright, so the 1-hour candle closed with no wick. It's moving down, breaking below the low. The only problem is that these candles, they close with no wick over here. So I'd want to see price come up in the first half and then start breaking the low in the second half for it to really continue down. If you measure this range, it's like a 24, 25 pip range. So, this is where things get a little tricky at this point. What's this? GA 15-minute chart. Entry confirmation was right here. Secured. Oh, nice. So you got this buy over here for price to continue up. Clean traffic to the left hand side. Beautiful. Alright, looks like Javier sent the same chart again. Why I feel good risking 1% but not 2%? Because you're okay with risking 1% and you're not okay with risking 2%. That's what it is at the end of the day. All right, let's see here. Gold. Okay. Nice clean range to the left hand side. Beautiful, beautiful. Jay sent another chart. Man, I would really appreciate it if people don't send the same charts over and over again. Otherwise, I'm just going to stop looking at the charts. Unemployment claims to do for the US should bump gold out of the range. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at Forex Factory here for a little bit. See what's happening here. So we got Euro interest rates coming up in about 45 minutes. We got ECB conference claims, unemployment claims later on. The only thing I can talk about Euro interest rates is that if we look at Euro JPY, you can see we're just ranging here at this point, right? And I think the main reason we're ranging is because, you know, we're waiting for the interest rates. And what we've seen in the past is that every time there has been interest rates on the euro, it has moved bullish, you know. And the main reason why it has moved bullish is because, you know, they keep the rates the same. And when the rates are kept the same, that's basically good news for the economy, right? That's good news for the pair because the news came out as expected. So, you know, they keep the rates the same. The main problem is what they say in the press conference, right? In the press conference, if this is something, you know, which is good for the EU, that's really going to make EU fly. EU fly, you know, Euro JPY, Euro USD. So we're going to be taking a look at that. So looking at the 4-hour time frame, let's match up some zones here if we do break up. So I think this is going to be a pretty good idea for price to continue up towards, yeah, it's like a 17 pip range. It's not big at all. Right here, 129, 960, 980. Looking at the higher time frame here, let's take a look to the left hand side. I think our next target could easily be 130, 100, you know, even 130, yeah, right over here. So we're going to see what happens at this point. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. Support form on the 1 hour. Would you buy it direct if this is just happened pre-NY? I would, but I would also measure the range, and then I would possibly take a buy at that point for price to continue up. So the 30-minute candle is moving up at this point, pretty good. We got to break this high for price to continue bullish. Let's take a look at GA. Yeah, we got to be careful about this candle here. The candle with no wick at the bottom. We got to be really careful about that. So I think taking sells in haste, it may be very detrimental to your trade over here because this candle closed with no wick at this bottom here. So it's going to be a little bit of a problem. Gold. If the candle broke the support, do you think this will happen? Yes, I do think that's going to happen. So we got this area here, 1730, 1731. We got to break this area to continue down. I'm having the worst trading week of my life. What should I do? Eric, Lara. I think the reason why you're having the worst trading week of your life is because you're over trading, you're over risking. I mean, someone says smoke a fatty. Well, that's all up to you, you know. But at the same time, I mean, I took a loss yesterday, and did I compound on those losses? No. Did I overtrade after that? No. I called it a day, and now I'm here again trying to find another trade. You know, so the main problem is, here's the problem, right? I know guys who can have, like, you know, profitable days, profitable weeks, but that one loss, when you take that one loss puts you in a tailspin. You know, something goes off in your mind, and that one loss, man, you just start compounding losses and losses after that. So you got to be very, very careful whenever you take your loss. I always tell guys, whenever you take a loss, just step back. You know, call it a day, step back, go for a walk. You know, close your computer, your phone. Let's take a look at this USD/JPY over here. No trade range. Yeah, I don't know where you got these big ass zones from, because these zones are really overlapping your candles, so you got to make things much more clean, right? Maybe put a support right down over here. Maybe you got a resistance over here. You got clean candles to the left hand side. So you gotta fix this up. Because whenever zones are overlapping candles, I don't think that's a good idea. All right, looks like we're gonna break above 151, 480 and 485. I'll have to decide whether I'm gonna take that buy or not. Probably not. All right, let's see over here. 30-minute chart, gold. Buys above 151, 690. I like that because, you know, we're in the range other than that. So, oh, it looks like we're breaking down over here. Looks like we are breaking down. I think really good sells are going to be below 1730. Just below this area right over here. Below 1730, I think we can continue moving bearish. We got this clean candle to the left hand side. It's like a 40 pip range over here. Looks pretty good. All right, let's say if the 30-minute candle on GJ closed bearish, if the range was bigger, let's say 20-30 pips, would that be a reasonable sell? See, since price was moving up, I wouldn't want to take a sell over there. I would want to take a sell if we create a support, and if we break the support, then I would like to take a sell. Because sells are always taken when price breaks the support or when we're like, you know, really rejecting from a resistance. So those are the two rules I keep into consideration when I'm taking sells. But if we start breaking above the highs at 151, 480, I have to decide whether I'm going to take an impulse entry here, keeping the stops down at, you know, 151, 370, and anticipate price to move up to 151, 600. That's something I'll have to decide at this point. But it could also be risky at the same time because of the rejections we have on the 15-minute time frame. So, you know, so then we'll be expecting volume to really drive price up. All right, slowly we're coming up at this point here. 151, 480, 490. This could become a very delicate situation really quick, so I have to be very, very careful at this point. Oh, we've broken above the high, but not so much at this point. Let's take a look on the 15-minute time frame. Looking good. Let's take a look at the 30-minute time frame. The 15-minute time frame is about to close. If we can get a close above, you know, 151, 480, that's going to be much better to take a buy. Oh wow, look at that retracement. Damn, so close. I was so close to execute buys over here, but gotta wait. Got 3.5 minutes left for this candle to close. Alright, what's happening here? Pound yen made an entry as price broke the high. Price struggled to 6 pip close at 6 pips. Nice. So you manage your trade right here a lot. That's pretty good. You manage your trade, you got some profits, call it a day. Okay, what's this? Gold sells. Enter once the candle broke below low. Nice, so you're running in profits at this time. Very nice. You got that really risky sell over there on gold on a 1 hour time frame. Really looking for sells below 1730 over here and looking for buys if this candle closes above this area. Took some serious L's yesterday. You know what? I took one L yesterday, and if I would have stayed on the charts, I would have taken some serious L's. So when I take my first L, I call it a day at that point. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm done for the day. Because you have to trust yourself to be good enough not to take a single L in a day. When I take my one loss in a day, I tell myself, hey, listen, like if I'm that good, I shouldn't be taking a loss in a day. So there's something wrong. And I call it a day at that point because I gotta recoup and look back and I have to like re-huddle with my mind and see, okay, why did I take that loss? What happened? Hello, Raja. I'm getting error 134 on MetaTrader when I try to execute on MetaTrader. What should I do? I don't know. If I worked for MetaTrader, I would help you with that. But since I don't work with them, I don't know what that thing means. So you'll have to probably reinstall MetaTrader or Google it or something. I have a problem. I often close my profit too early. How do I overcome that? Just close partials and leave a runner running. Whenever you have issues with leaving your profits open, just close partials and leave the rest run. That's it. That's the only way. Because that's a confidence issue, right? And you got to build confidence. And the only way to build confidence is to take baby steps. So, yeah, look at that. Still waiting. We got about a minute left for this candle to close. Gold is also at the support 1730. GA is still hanging in there. Your JPY interest rates are coming up pretty soon. 30-minute candle is about to close. You know, I think if we close bullish, the next 30-minute candle moving into interest rates can really continue bullish up towards 129,970, 100%, because we're breaking out of this range over here at this point. Don't you think since New Year there's much less volume in the markets? Yes, I think so. There's a lot less volume, and you got to look at it this way, right? I think the reason why there's less volume is because, I mean, nothing's important that's happening. There's no breaking news happening. There's no, I mean, decisions being made. There's no monetary policies that are being laid out at this point. There's no shocking news on vaccines, not even on the viruses. There's no news on Brexit. Nothing's happening. I mean, with the fundamentals, things are super dry, except for the fact that the yen starts, you know, they just start saying stuff every now and then. But like other than that, it's just been super dry. Nothing happening. This is where you can appreciate how Trump was amazing, right? Because when Trump was here, every morning there was something exciting happening. Every morning. Trump would tweet something and we're like, all right, here we go. Time to make money today. But nope, man. Sleepy Joe don't want to tweet nothing. Nothing's happening because of Sleepy Joe. That's why I like Trump. Trump caused momentum in the market. Trump caused chaos in the market, and chaos brings volume, and when there's volume, we have the ability to make money. And it seems like there's very low volume at this point. Sells below 1729. Perfect. I like this. I have the same analysis. Lucas Gonzalez. 30-minute chart. Possibly breaking below support. Yeah, I want to see break below 1730 here to the left hand side. That's what I want to see. Oh wow, look at that. See, delicate situation over here. Extremely delicate situation. 15-minute candle was about to close, decided to wait for it to close, and look what happened. Gotta be very careful. Is there volume between NY Open and after London Open? Yes. I need your feedback about Euro interest rate and impact on Euro USD pair or any Euro pair. Yeah, I think we're going to move bullish because they're expecting the rates to be the same. All right. Hey, GJ broke the previous high and low. Does it mean, is it risky? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Whenever you have a candle that breaks the low and it breaks the high, that means it's a volatile candle, right? Because it broke the high and broke the low. So, you know, I'm looking for sells below 151, 300. Looking for potential buys if we do break above this area, but I'm going to be very cautious because we got these rejection wicks here to the left hand side. Hey Raja, can you give me some pointers about my analysis on GJ? All right, let's take a look over here. Give you some pointers on GJ. Ooh, wrong chart. Wrong chart. No pointers here. Can't give any pointers on the wrong chart, my friend. All right, let's take a look over here. Let's take a look at the Chinese indicator, see what's going on. So the Chinese indicator is saying the dollar is weak, which means gold should go bullish. Okay. I guess pound is weak, yen is weak, consolidation, euro yen is weak, consolidation. Slowly we're trying to move up over here because, you know, the euro is stronger. So, I mean, that's about it. This Chinese indicator, this is all we're going to look at. Yeah, I think we should start to move bullish here in the year JPY for the interest rates. Which broker is good for Forex in Germany? I have no idea. I am in Canada. Canada is different. Sells if the 30-minute candle breaks the minor support. This looks good. Perfect. I like this. And the only reason I like that now is because we made a top wick, and now this is the second half of this candle that we're trying to break down. So if we break below this low at this point, I think there's a high probability for the 30-minute candle to potentially continue moving bearish. Is there volume between NY Open and after London Open? I don't understand your question. Is there volume between NY Open and after London Open? Or did you mean London Close? Because NY Open comes after London Open. So are you saying volume after New York Open and between London Close? Or volume after London Open and between New York Open? Yeah, there's volume at those times. All right, price from resistance, potential studs, 30-minute candle closes below, looks good. Break below this low, looks good, looks good. All right, we're coming up over here now again. One more time, let's try this one more time over here. See now, the candle's closing below this area, which means it's closing below resistance. So you gotta be very careful at this point over here. Want to buy Magic Keys and I registered 2 days for the affiliate link. When will it be activated? I have no idea. You need to contact Magic Keys. Guys, I'm not a robot, trust me. We have different departments for different things, so you can contact the correct channels. Some things I don't know, you know, of the different companies we have. So that's why we have people there. All right, we're coming up over here. Did you start with GJ or did you start with other pairs and then decided to go in GJ? I started with USD CAD, and the only reason I started with USD CAD is because I live in Canada, so CAD made sense, and the US is right over there, so USD CAD made perfect sense. So that's what I did. Started with USD CAD, and then slowly moved to, you know, GJ, and we moved to USD JPY for a little bit, and yeah, that's about it. Anyone looking for a gold sell? Yes, I'm looking for gold sells below 1730, 1730, 1729. Looking for a price to break down over there. Looking for GJ buys, potential buys above. I would say allegedly buys above 151, 490. Alleged buys above this area. I asked many times. I entered this trade. It was clean traffic. What was wrong? Can you help me? I closed at break even. All right, let's see here. Could be a confidence issue, but I'm not sure. Ooh, GJ. Entered after the candle broke over here. I got stopped out at BE. Price moved 7 pips in profit, and I moved stops to BE. I think the problem here was that you moved your stops to break even without securing positions. My number one rule is I'm only going to move my stops to break even if I'm securing profits. If I'm not securing profits, there's no need for me to move price to break even. Because if you're moving price to break even, where's that chart? If you're moving price to break even, that means if price comes down and stops you out, you're going to be okay with that. right? So I'm going to repeat that again. If you're moving price to break even, that means if price hits your stop loss there at break even, that means you're okay with price stopping you out at break even. So if you're not okay with price stopping you at break even, don't move stops to break even. Only move stops to break even if you're securing positions, right? Because instead of moving stops to break even, if you close 50% and let the rest running, you would have still be in a buy for price to move up. Someone is saying gold buys. I don't know where you see gold buys at this point, but I'm really looking at your JPY to continue bullish. Oh wow, look at that. We're going to continue moving up towards 129. We're going to tap into 130 here with the interest rates coming up. There's another resistance around 151.500. Oh, I see it. I see it right here. I see it right here. This is on the 15-minute time frame. I'm not ignoring it. I see it right here. So that's why I'm being cautious over here at this point. Because on the 30-minute, on the 1 hour time frame, we have clean candles, but we have this mess over here on the 15-minute time frame. So I think if we do continue breaking above 151.480, closer to NY Open, I think we can anticipate the volume in NY Open to continue driving price bullish. But right now it's just playing around at this point. Check 4 hours on GJ. There's nothing to check on the 4 hours on GJ. I mean, there's nothing to check over there since we got this zone over here now. We got 5 minutes left for this candle to close, the 30-minute candle to close. 5 minutes. And really want this candle to close above this range. And the next one can continue moving bullish. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have a tea time. So I'm going to be back in like tea time. We got around 5 minutes left. And I think by that time, tea is going to be made, and we're going to see how the candle closes there as well. So yeah, I'll be right back.
Oi.
Good time, guys. Go.
Euro GPY looking really interesting, guys.
Let's go.
I got in the Euro JPY, took a little bit of profit and then moved it to my stop loss to break even, and then it hit my stop loss. I thought it was going to continue up, push up.
Gold is very interesting. Where is Kevin?
Yeah, gold just broken the 4-hour support.
All right.
Gold in very delicate situation.
Yeah, gold is coming down here. 1730. It needs to break that area for price to continue down. Pound yen is still rejecting that area over there pretty hard. GJ, range. Got range all the way going up. And we got range coming down. The only thing is, I'm concerned about this area right over here. So if you look on the small time frames, you're going to see that's like a minor support over there. Oh, look at that, 1732. Rejected that really quick. Yeah, it's a strong support here. 1729, 1730. We really got to come below these areas there. 1729.40, 1729.20. How many profitable weeks, months did you need to feel really confident about your trading? I think about 4 months, 4 or 5 months of consistent gains is we can get some sort of confident level that, okay, you know what, you can probably do this for a long time. And Euro Yen is closing bullish over here. And I think with the interest rates coming up, we're going to continue moving bullish towards 130, 100%. There's no doubt in my mind. Unless we break below, 129, 770, 760. Other than that, I think we're going to continue moving bullish towards 130 here today. Where would you put your stop loss if gold breaks below 129? Oh, 1729. 1729. If we break below 1729.40, I think the stop is going to be around 20 pips. 20, yeah, 20, 25 pips. Probably in this range here and really expecting price to continue down. The thing with gold is when you're entering gold on a high volume instance, you're basically anticipating it to just continue move, so which is why what I've seen is I may not have the stops above the previous candle, but I may have them within the range, but not more than 20 pips, 24 pips, maybe like 22, 23 pips maximum, because you're not anticipating it to continue back in the range, but you're anticipating it to continue moving with volume because you got clean candles here to the left hand side. That's what I've seen on gold. Can I sell gold? You can do whatever you want. You can sell gold, buy gold, hedge gold, whatever. But if you're waiting for confirmations, then obviously you're not doing anything at this point.
You can wear gold.
Yeah, you can wear gold, you can gift gold. Do you trade fixed lot size or percentage of your account? I trade fixed lot size. Some people like, you know, they because I think it's a bit of a challenge, right? For me, it's a bit of a challenge. Like 10 lots, 15 lots, 5 lots, 2 lots. So it's a challenge for move from 2 to 3, from 3 to 5, from 5 to 7. Do you decrease your lot size when entering gold buys because of the bigger stop losses? Yes. I go on a lower lot size on gold. What's going on over here? Hello, Raja. What do you think? All right, let's take a look at this idea over here. This is pound yen 1 hour chart. Price broke above resistance. Price retest over here. Looking for buys above this area. Looks good. Looks very good. I think buys above that area you mentioned is going to be much better buys. 151.600 for price to continue bullish. But I'm actually on the sidelines for 151.480 over here. If we break above this area, I'm on the sidelines here. Oh, look at that. We're coming up over here once again. One more time. We're coming up to break these highs, and I'm going to see if we can execute a trade at this point for price to continue bullish. I think it could be a very good move moving in towards the NY Open for price to continue up. So I'll have to wait for price to come up towards, you know, 151.480 right over here. Have stops below the 15-minute candle, probably below the previous 30-minute candle, 8-9 pips, and anticipated to move through this rejection area, going all the way up towards 151.600. But it's only like a 10 pip range, man. 11, 12 pip range.
Morning, Raja.
Hey, good morning.
Quick question: what you're looking at pound yen there? The wicks to the left, they don't bother you for taking a buy?
Yeah, they do. They do bother me.
And it's a small range. I mean,
yeah, it does bother me. I guess I'm counting more on the NY Open volume to continue driving price up, because we had high volume move after London Open. We had volume moves up, and now we're consolidating for pre-NY. So what I'm thinking is, are we consolidating for pre-NY to move at the NY Open, or what's happening?
okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, what's this? Support created, secured 10 pips, close 70%, executed buys. Okay, nice. Runner hit stop loss over here at this point. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a very good trade. Risky in a smaller range, but it worked out. You had clean candles to the left hand side. You had bullish confirmation here. Price went up. It hit stops at break even. Beautiful. If I took this trade, I would call it a day at that point. If you have traded USDJPY, what's your opinion over GJ? You mostly look now. Pound yen has a lot more volume than USDJPY, so that's what I look at. It has a lot more volume. The ranges are bigger, moves are bigger. It's just fun to trade. It's way more fun than USDJPY, I'm gonna say. Do you use pending orders without news? No pending orders. I don't use pending orders. Sometimes, you know, on news, I'll use pending orders. So it looks like Euro Yen is coming down over here before the news. We got about 10 minutes left. And we're going to see whether we break below 129.700 or we continue moving bullish towards 130. Do you feel super sexy with your new super fresh hair? Yeah, it's coming in strong. It's coming in really strong. I think by month 4, by month 5, we're gonna see some exponential gains over here. So it's gonna work. It's gonna work pretty good. So I'm pretty excited waiting for that time. By month 4, month 5, you see some big gains. So we'll see how that goes. I heard it's like $1 per hair follicle. Yeah, it depends. I mean, I paid around 2,300 euros. In Canada, they were charging like 22,000 $22,000 in Canada. So I was like, well, you know what? I could just go to Turkey and get it done for way cheaper. So got the new house, got the new hairline, got the new car.
New girlfriend? No.
No, same
No.
same family.
Not yet, not yet.
Same,
Well, the
Not-
SRT is your new girlfriend.
not ever, man. Oh yeah, SRT. I'm having a separation
I-
anxiety now.
You're in love with that SUV, man.
Yeah, I really like that car. I really like that car. I've dropped it off to the retailers yesterday, and he's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be ready on Saturday." I'm like, "Don't do this to me, man. Saturday is far away."
Wow.
Do you have any rental properties? I have two properties. One is pre-construction, which bought last week, and there's another condo we own. All right. Coming above 151,480. This entire area here, this is what really bothers me right over here. These wicks. I wish these wicks weren't here so I could take very, very high confident buys above this area for price to continue up. This may look like a big range, but it's not. It's like 10 pips, 11 pips. It's pretty risky. Problem area on the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, I'm looking at the same area over here. There are a lot of rejections at that point. What is the news that will affect the euro? This comment has been made by someone named Deep Breath. So what you need to do is you need to take a deep breath and just relax. Be like, because you got to go to forexfactory.com. You got to go to calendar, and then you're going to see what news is going to affect the euro right here. We got the monetary policy. We got the refinance rate. It's coming in about 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, coming on right now. And gold is also trying to move down over here. See now, they're again talking about the stimulus in the US. So I'm not sure how that's going to affect gold coming down. But we do got to break.
That was approved already. They're waiting basically just for the Biden signature, and that's it. So it passed.
Nice.
Yeah, next week we're getting on $1,400.
Oh, damn.
Investing into Bitcoin. Most likely.
Who
Who
margin TJ buys?
Mag is gonna buy new rims.
Yeah. Nah, I don't get that, unfortunately.
All right, we got 4 minutes left here. Looking very closely at gold here too, below 1729.50. Ooh, Eric Lara, I'm having the worst trading week after having my best trading week. I need some advice. Yeah, just stop over trading. Stop over risking. That's the only advice I can give you. How to do that? It's just, you gotta just do it. Just don't overtrade. Be like me, you know, just take 1 or 2 trades a day. That's it. I mean, yesterday I took 1 trade, it was a losing trade, and then I called it a day. And now I'm here back again today.
Oh, look, we're breaking on TJ.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna continue.
Slowly we're trying to break over here. 151,480, and then we can continue bullish.
With GJ, to be honest, I would like to see price, breaking about the 150-500, somewhere, on top of the 4-hour candle body. Even 150, 151,550. Other than that, fighting this 4-hour candle that created that resistance, man, it's kind of tricky, to take long term those buys. The range is so small that I don't want to risk it.
Yeah, that's the only problem. Small range, rejection over here.
I will need more information in this setup before taking any buy on GG, because at any given point you may have a break from there toward the 151 500 and reject that area and close below that messy range. There's not enough volume at this point. You can see the 15-minute candles bodies are messy, long wicks, small bodies, so it's not worth it.
Yeah, but I'm just expecting if it breaks above that area, that gray zone, Rakeel got drawn, just to get 10 pips out of it quick.
Yeah.
The little outburst.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of agree with Kerwin on that one.
Gold is in a dangerous situation today. This rally from yesterday was expected to retest that structure around 1740. Now, if we start breaking below that 1729, 1730, you can get nice sells toward 1720. Now the problem is the stop loss. You know, you will need a stop loss at least of 25 pips or so. But I like the idea that the 4-hour candle created resistance on gold. Can you go to the 4 hours, Raja, please? And
Oh,
thank
looks
you.
like we're breaking TJ, guys.
It's about to close over here. All right, 4 hour.
All right. So basically, you had this structure right here. Now we're getting the same rejection. 4-hour creating resistance. 4-hour creating resistance. Now the job for this 4-hour candle is gonna be closing bearish until 9 a.m. So 9 a.m. Around 9 a.m. 9:30, you may have a nice drop toward easily to this area right here, aiming to this target. Other than that, gold can easily start playing a small range in this area, you know. And like yesterday, we had this massive consolidation. You know, the easiest way to take that trade was the 30-minute candle closing above that area and going toward you know, from the 1725 to retest the areas that we talked about yesterday. So it's gonna be interesting to wait a little bit more on gold around 9:30 to see how the 4-hour candle close, the current 4-hour candle close. If the current 4-hour candle close bearish, already retested the previous one. So this candle did the retest. So you basically want to see this candle closing bearish with the body at least below this area. Now, if the body closed below that area, at that point you have created some sort of resistance around 1732, 1731, so you can easily grab price toward the 1720s, somewhere here. But you need a little bit more of information on the current 4-hour candle, because the 4-hour candle can easily reject that area, you know, close bullish with your opening, and then you be like in a bad trade trying to sell gold. All right, man, go ahead. Let's
Wow.
go to GJ then.
Your JPY broke down over here. Didn't really move up.
I was predictable. The fake out was coming, man.
I don't know, because all the other interest rate news, we've seen it move up. So I don't know how we saw the fake out incoming.
On the 15 minutes. No, you didn't say coming on the 30, but on the 15 minutes, yes.
GJ didn't really broke the high. I mean, the candle closed here. Was waiting for it to break the high over here, 151, 490, to continue up.
Yeah.
Looks like didn't happen here at that point. Well, looks like it's going to be another boring day here today. Just like yesterday. What did GA do over here? GA is still struggling within this area here. The 30-minute candle is breaking down below the support to continue further down. I guess with the NY open, if it stays bearish, we can have the next one continue bearish. Other than that, your JPY analysis went out the window. I had. See now, this is a volatile candle right over here. This 30-minute candle, this 15-minute candle. So you gotta wait for it to close, because here's the thing. We have technical levels here planned, and if this candle closes below 129,700, that means it's respecting that area and closing below it, opening room for the next candle to continue down. But if we start closing above, let's say 129,780, 770, then that means it's rejecting all this area and closing back above this resistance for price to continue up, which is why it's important to wait for this candle to close here. This is a news candle, and technically we should let the news candle close here first before we're gonna enter something, you know, like confidently or whatever. But it did break the highs and Raja didn't enter. Yeah, but you gotta understand there was news. Why would I enter just before the news? I mean, let's just think logically over here. There was news coming in at 7:45. Why the hell would I enter when the spreads go up? Let's just use logic over here, guys. Even if it broke the highs, there's still resistance here, and there was news, and the spreads were high. It made no sense for me to enter the trade. You know, if someone entered the trade and you got in a drawdown, that's all on you, because you didn't really put 2 and 2 together. So you gotta keep that in mind, right? Because the candle closed, this was a news candle. I don't want to enter on the news candle. You know, they're probably going to wait for the high to be broken for price to go up. Other than that, I don't think there was any point. Gold is really rejecting that area over here.
Yeah.
Above 1740, we have clean range going till 1750.
Yeah.
Damn, now you see gold buys. No, I don't. I see gold buys above 1740. This to me is ranging. I don't want to execute within the range. I always want to execute on a trade which I know is going to have a really, really easy time moving. That's where I want to execute. Not within the range, not in the range. Need clean traffic, need big range, and need a lot of volume in the market. What do you think about Jeevan's entries all being on the 1 minute time frame? I think it's awesome. What is your entry trigger? My entry trigger is going to be above 151, this area right over here. Once we break above the high, this is going to be my entry trigger for price to continue bullish, and I'm going to expect the NY open for price to drive price up all the way towards, you know, 151,600. That's what I'm going to wait for here today. Just got to come up a bit more, and then I guess it's going to be a pretty good idea for price to continue bullish. 151, 490, 500, clean break above these wicks here to the left hand side. Your JPY is still open. Got 7 minutes left for this candle to close. Pound yen is still open over here. 30-minute candle is still open at this point. See, the only thing is 30-minute candle has clean range to the left hand side, so which basically gives me some sort of confidence that, okay, since we have clean ranges on the 30-minute time frame, clean ranges on the 1 hour time frame, which is a much stronger confirmation time frame than the 15-minute. So with volume, we can continue pushing through this rejection zone all the way up towards 151,600. Do you judge volume on time of the day, or is there something else you judge volume by? It's basically judged by time of the day, right? Because if you see there was no volume in pre-New York, then basically there's going to be volume in NY Open, you know, at 8 a.m. If there's no volume at 8 a.m. during the 8 a.m. hour, then probably there's going to be more volume at NYSE Open, New York Stock Exchange Open. So that's what I'm counting on over here. Counting. All right. 20 EMA is pushing GJ bullish out of the range. Oh, nice. Looks like the 20 EMA is holding GJ above his shoulders. Are you waiting for the candle to close or break off the high? I'm basically waiting to break above these highs right here. 151, 480, 490. Couldn't really get an opportunity before because, you know, the candle obviously broke the high, but then there was news, so there was no point of executing a trade. But now waiting for price to break above this area for price to continue bullish. But if you don't get it, then may want to look for sells below 151, 300. When did you become so sarcastic? I don't know, part of my nature. I mean, I'm naturally sarcastic. Okay, I'll stop being sarcastic. Aren't we at a 4-hour resistance? Yes. Right here. 151, 630. This is your resistance right here. Okay, what's this over here? I am selling UJ. Someone is selling UJ over here. Oh, why, man? 4 hours bullish, 1 hour is bullish, 30 minutes is bullish, 15 minute is bullish, 5 minute. I mean, where'd you get that idea from? Selling UJ.
Looks like a signal.
Yeah, let's help
Signal provider.
I don't know. We got a resistance over here. We got support over here. Let's break this down to 15-minute time frame. We got support down over here. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a very tricky situation selling UJ. I think you're better off selling UJ below, I would say, 108.360. This support right here. And then you can anticipate price to come down to 108, 120. Ignoring all this noise to the left hand side.
That's a hella pullback on gold.
Yeah.
Ejection from that support. 1730. Very nice. Now I wonder if we get a close, on the hourly candle bullish on gold around 1737. That can be a nice, area to look for buys towards 1740 and even higher. Because the volume, this 1 hour candle's picking up right now, it's good enough to drive price towards 1740 or even higher. You don't like it so far, huh?
I like it above 1740.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you explain ECN and standard? Yeah, there's no pros and cons. It's basically what you're comfortable with. With ECN, you pay commission, your spread is lower. With standard account, your spread is higher and you don't pay any commission. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Buy stop incoming NY open, 1.5%. I don't think the buy stop was necessary since we were coming up to the news event. So I think this loss could have been avoided due to the news coming in at 7:45. But you managed risk, which is still pretty good. Ooh, GA is moving over here for you guys now. GA 30-minute chart coming down. Very nice. Let's take a look over here. Oh, GA is coming down. Nice. This should continue down towards this low here, 1.79250. Looking at the 1 hour time frame. clean range coming all the way down. Beautiful. This should continue down here.
Yeah. That setup is nice.
Yeah. We got another GSL over here. Man, these 5-minute candles are just moving. Yep.
Yeah.
40 pip candle, you got like a 20 pip candle so far right now before the NY Open. What pairs can confluence with GJ? None. No pairs. I've decided to believe that there are no confluences. Every pair moves in its own way. It has their own personality. Every pair has its own character. And that gives me peace, you know. All right. Oh, look at that. We're about to break the high over here at NY Open.
Yeah, I think we're gonna continue up.
It's a delicate situation.
Hey, Kerwin, come on! I'm trying to get 10 pips here, man.
Okay.
Ooh, can't break it.
Oh my god!
It's a delicate situation. It's 1 minute for this hourly candle to close. So wait.
It's a delicate situation when Max starts biting his nails. Then it becomes a delicate situation. Right
Are you
now,
over, Mike?
Huh? Yeah, I'm in it.
Oh.
ooh,
Let me see his face.
I'm in it, baby.
oh, did not break it. Damn, so close,
Again.
so close. GA is coming down. This is the NY Open here, guys. This is
And
it.
I closed.
This is it. If this 30-minute candle breaks the high at 151,495, I'm in. I'm going in for buys. Yeah, if we break above this area, we got this entire range here. And potential sells below 151,300. Let's take a look here below the support. It's like 10, 11 pips. Yeah, not enough range. If Raja doesn't know, then why sit in his lobby? Oh. Alright, let's... Gold is really rumbling towards 1738, 1739. What would a tight stop loss be reasonable because of how strong this entire zone is, assuming you're expecting a solid push up? You need to identify what a tight stop loss is going to be. Like, what's a tight stop loss? For me, it's going to be, let's say if we break above, 151, 490, 500, my stop is going to be, I guess, below this 30-minute candle, which is now breaking the low of the previous one. So there's no need. Yeah, there's no buys at this point.
No, man. Take it easy, my brother. Take it easy.
Yeah. It's only Thursday, and tomorrow the week ends. Do you agree if the 15-minute candle breaks the GJ previous candle, it will break support and continue bearish? I agree with that. Yes. But I don't want to take sells, and the only reason I don't want to take sells is because, okay, so we got the support over here. If we break the support, we got rejection, 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 rejection here, right? But if we break below 151,300, then we got clean candles moving down. So that's why below 151,300 I'm looking for a sell, and above this area I'm looking for a buy at this point. Oh, what's this? I'm not going to execute any trade. I had a win in the Asian session, just watching the stream to overcome my mistakes of plotting. Oh, beautiful. Very nice. Showing some strong discipline there.
Okay. Gold is doing something nice. It's gonna drop even more.
Are you in sells?
No, not yet. I'm waiting for this this 5-minute candle to close. But I like the rejection that I'm getting from that previous structure, that resistance over there. If we respect that resistance, I'm probably will take sells. You know, because at that point the 4-hour candle grabs so much liquidity that we can retest easily the 17.20.25. But I will wait for this 5-minute candle to close. If it close below the 17.30, it's moving so much now. So probably I'm gonna pass. I'm not gonna take this trade. We'll wait the 5-minute candle closing around 17.36, 17.35. But if we start breaking before the 5-minute candle closes, it's gonna be really hard to get an entry because the stop loss is gonna be on top of that 5-minute candle. That's too much.
Yeah, and the 4-hour looks way too messy, just like
Yeah.
GJ.
Yeah.
Let's take a look over here. Buys on GJ, well done. Price went up. Nice. 1-to-1 ratio. Has anyone tried an experiment on a newbie trader where you would take the opposite trades against them? Just curious.
I grab this thing. Okay.
I think the best thing to do would be to maybe just take sells every time Iron Man takes buys on gold.
Only man.
Because
You for real, man.
every time he buys the dip, gold drops like 50 pips.
Every time it doesn't fail. I don't know how it does not fail.
Every time.
I had to ban him off the stream because he would say like dumb things like that. You know, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the GJ dip. Like what GJ dip?
Yeah, I mean, if things go down, they're going down. You need to sell. You know, like. All right, we're gonna stay quiet now. Apparently, he was playing your live stream on his stream today. Oh, nice,
Oh wow.
beautiful. That's amazing.
And it was all from his laundry room.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at here. Your JPY. Oh wow, look at that. Your JPY 15-minute candle came straight down. You know, I've seen interest rates on your JPY maybe like 8 times, 9 times. So that's like in the last year and a half. And this is the first time I've seen it drop. I haven't seen it drop the last time I've seen your interest rates. First time I've seen it drop. And every time pound yen comes up towards 151.470 area, my hand goes on magic keys.
Mine just
I get ready. I'm like, oh, are we gonna break? Are we gonna break?
But now it's looking better because at this point the 1-hour candle did the retest to previous one, and this hourly candle, the moment start breaking those wicks to the previous wick, then you're gonna create a new high. So it makes sense to take buys.
Yeah. We're coming up close over here. 151, 490. Why don't you wear glasses after all this time in front of the monitor? Because I eat a lot of carrots. You eat carrots? Carrots are good for your eyesight. I'm not joking. Like it's.
no, I think yeah.
That's
no,
true,
I heard
true.
about that.
It's true. Trust me.
I got that from Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, me too. Like, the reason why bunnies look so far because they eat carrots. I'm like, oh, makes
Yeah.
sense.
Come on, man.
I was
Yeah.
watching Bugs Bunny one day and he said it. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta eat some carrots.
Yeah.
It's everything our parents told us since we were young.
Yeah. and it stuck by me for all these years. And now they're canceling all of these cartoon characters, man.
Yeah, Lola.
Yeah, they're canceling Lola. They're canceling that French skunk.
Oh
The
yeah.
Pay Le Pew.
Yeah, the Pay Le Pew.
Yeah.
I think society now has become, you know, a bunch of snowflakes. Personally, you know, people get offended way too easily.
Yeah, the thing
Grow
is,
a pair.
they didn't grow up with those cartoons. They like the cartoons I watch now, like with my kids, man, they're totally different what we used to see when we were young.
Yeah. I'm 50, so like I grew up with the Roadrunner and Coyote, the good old
Oh
days.
yeah.
Yeah.
And today, I guess that would be deemed, you know, inappropriate. So,
Oh,
We're broke.
we're going up over here. Guardian buys. I think it should continue moving bullish at this point.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
At least 10 pips.
Guardian right over here. Stops are below the previous candle and anticipating it to continue up towards 151,600 at this point. Looking to see how am I going to manage risk over here. And the way I'm going to manage my risk over here. Oh, look at that.
time to manage risk.
Don't panic. Don't panic.
Yeah, you know what? At this point, I'm going to close at this point. I'm going to wait for this candle to close. I closed my trade over here in like 2 pips. It's not even worth it. I'm going to wait for this candle to close. That position was made in haste. And I realized that as soon as I entered. Plus this area over here. No good. No good, no good, no good.
Above 151,640. Safe.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's a good decision I closed. I entered, I was like, I don't know, man. I'm going to close. I just closed. I'm like, fuck it. Nope. Because, I mean, yeah, I got to wait for this candle to close at this point. I mean, because like, we had rejections here. This is a very tricky area here to the left-hand side. And if someone's still holding buys on GJ, man, just manage your risk at this point. You know, I'm... Like, you know, at times when we go in drawdown, we're scared to close the position in drawdown. Not me. I've overcome that. If I go in drawdown, I'm not scared to close it at all. I just get out of it. Because I get really, really impatient with drawdowns. I don't like losses at all. So when someone, like, you know, holds drawdowns, that means they like losses. Because you like seeing red. I don't like seeing red. I get the fuck out.
You're like a bull.
Yeah, I'm like, no thanks.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, because I wanted it to continue pushing. But it came down. I'm like, yeah, no. I'm going to get out.
Honestly, if you see at the 4 hour, like the engulfing that's happening from London on the 1 hour candle and the 5 hour candle that's happening, usually when it reverses, the 5 hour continues up.
5 hours?
I mean the 5 hour, 4 hour.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
The 5 a.m. 4 hour.
Oh, 5 a.m. Oh, 5 a.m. Okay. Like 4 hour.
5 hour, 4 hour.
The 5 a.m. 4 hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can function right. And I need at least like 2 cups of coffee and
You need green tea and Jesus, man. That's what you need, right?
and Jesus, right?
Yeah, so this whole area, it really got me paranoid when I entered. And the way it came down, I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to hold it. I'm going to close it. I closed. Yeah. I also opened a 15 lot. I closed at like, I lost $120 on that. Closed it ASAP. And I closed it knowing because I got uncomfortable. Also, I closed it knowing that even if it continues going up, my comfort level is not there to hold it. So that's why I closed it. Oh, wow, look at that.
Whoa.
Yeah. Come on, baby.
Again, Mac? Alright.
I was still holding, so.
Oh.
But you say you closed it.
That was the first one.
Nice. Whoever's in it, nice. It's gonna you're gonna have a pretty good move here, going up towards 151,600. Nice. Got
Come on, push, baby.
really strong one. Cause like if this closes strong bullish here in like a minute and a half, then there's a very high probability for the next candle to continue up too. Because we're crossing these wicks here to the left hand side. Wow, this would be a very, very good move going up over here now.
So that 5-hour candle worked. Oh. Yeah, I gotta stop hanging out with Iron Man.
Ooh, your JPY is also now moving up over here. I think press conference is really gonna continue it bullish on your JPY. We'll see what happens.
Margin buys on GG.
Yeah, just gotta manage risk over here, and then it should be good.
Risk it for the biscuit.
All right, 30 seconds left. Oh,
Somebody's
wow.
eating Cheetos.
Yeah,
I hope this GJ vibe plays out really good.
I think so too.
yeah, it's gonna skyrocket to 151, 600, 620.
I
Come on, Kerwin, say it.
no, I'm thinking that we're gonna get that break, man. At least to that resistance.
Yeah, because you're getting me nervous here, you know?
Ooh, super nice. Look at that. This candle
but
closed
to-
above these wicks.
Yeah, and with the wick to the top, feeling.
To be honest, I think that GG is gonna continue. It's not a joke.
Let's take a look at your JPY. Ooh, your JPY is rejecting. Delicate situation here. They got press conference in about 15 minutes. Plus also you got unemployment claims coming up here. Alright, let's take a look at this chart in the meanwhile. Entry over here. 30-minute candle closed bearish. When this 30-minute candle closed with no wick, I think you could have secured some positions over there. But I guess that didn't happen because I don't see it. And then you got stopped out right over here. Okay.
Okay, GG, come on. Let's do this. The worst thing that can happen on GG is that this 5-minute candle is gonna come back and close below that 151 450. Other than that, this trade can play out really nice. And yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, Euro AUD coming down. Nice. Took an impulse entry when we broke below the wicks to the left hand side. Beautiful. Very nice. Yeah. Pound yen is really, really in a good position to continue up. Like if you look on the 1 hour time frame, 30-minute time frame, you got clean candles to the left hand side. And once this breaks the high over here, gonzo. Straight up.
Yeah.
The only way you can manage risk is if this candle closes bearish, the 15-minute candle closes bearish, you can manage risk at that point. But, like, I mean, if you're still in this trade from down over here, a very, very good position at that point.
Oh yeah. This 30-minute candle is gonna drive that price up.
Ooh, that high got snap.
This guy is excited.
Wow, gold is really playing games over here.
Yeah.
All right, about to break 151, 560. Once we break above this area, we are off.
Yeah.
Let's see what they're looking at.
I full margin GG, to be honest.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey.
Basically risking 50% of my profits from the entire week today.
That's ballsy.
Kerwin,
Yeah, man.
when did you enter? When Z broke the 15 high, or?
No, I entered when the 5-minute candle closed outside that area.
Ooh, look at that push, guys. Come
Yeah,
on.
let's go, GG.
Hit the like
Oh,
button.
very nice. We're coming up
Yeah,
towards
very nice,
151,
very nice.
620, 600, 620.
Okay, give me this price, baby. 151, 650, and let's go.
Yeah, that's what I have it at. 650.
650 coming right
Yes,
up.
sir. All right.
All right, 151, 570, 577. Can we get 580? Oh, we already tapped into 580.
650, right? That's the target? Yeah.
Yeah, 650. And even higher, you know, but 650. If the 15-minute candle close touch 151, 650, I'd be so happy with this trade.
Oh my god, that would be perfect. Just a
Yeah.
250-minute trade.
Yeah.
All right. Just need that last push over here before the news.
Yeah.
151, 600.
Entry.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go.
580, 586, 587, 87, 87. Can we get 600? 600 right there.
Yeah, but
588.
know you did.
Who's got 600 here for me? Who's got 600?
Come on, baby.
589, 587, 591, 591. Can we get 600? 586. 586. We got 587, 588. Ooh, 500, 600. We got it. 628.
Yes, sir.
Inshallah.
Right there.
There you go.
Oh,
Beautiful.
wow.
Oh,
Look
oh.
at
Was
that.
it. That was it. Oh, you
at
sucked
that
to the
rejection.
team, man. Come on. Jeez.
Holy, look at that rejection.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
That was a move.
Damn, if you guys didn't secure up over there, I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Beautiful. Man, I love magic keys, man. Jeez.
That's where they come clutch. Just press the button and done.
Bliss.
That wick is all the traders taking profit. It will still go up. Yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, it came up to resistance, came up to the target, 600, 620. And basically, it's a pretty good move at this point. Yeah, really nice. Really nice. Consolidated pre-NY. We were right about the NY Open. Got volume in NY Open and continued on. Pretty nice. I barely got out at 151, 600. Great trade. Oh, nice. So, Gulag, if you guys got this trade over here and you held it from down over here and you still got profits, or if you entered around on this candle, give a like on the stream. We only got 680 likes over here, 4,000 people here watching. Because when you give a like on the stream, a lot of other traders, they get to know about these streams, and then they can, they take advantage of these streams and they learn more and they progress and prosper. That's the whole idea, to make you guys prosper. Did you give a second chance to this trade? Yes.
So I will stop talking about gold. To be honest, I don't see the reason why we have like 3,800 people watching the YouTube channel, and not even 2,000 likes. It's
Oh wow.
probably they will need to go and pay for a signal provider. Yeah.
What about if he die?
Tell him, Kerwin.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's incredible. Incredible, man. I wonder how many mentors are watching right now, and they're basically getting the trades against the trade that we're taking. I have a friend, and he messaged me, and he knows that a friend of mine, which is a mentor nowadays, he's watching the streaming, and now this guy is basically praying for us to fail on this thing.
Oh wow, he's your friend.
Yeah.
Oh.
Friends like that, we need enemies.
Yeah.
Well, you can only fail if you overtrade and over risk.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, it's really hard to fail, to be honest. Yeah, I gave my trade a second chance. I made around $300 today.
Kevin, I am in gold sell now.
All right. Good. Good, Momo. Very nice.
That's not Momo. That's
that. Yeah.
It's Albert.
Oh, Albert. I'm sorry, man.
Kerwin got a lot of friends. Can you explain your second entry? Yeah, it was right over here. When this new candle started, I gave my trade a second chance for price to move up, but it moved up so fast, I got like maybe 5 pips from it. 5-6 pips from it. When you used to look at the pre-markets for gold, what good parameters to determine gold's direction? None. Basically, nothing. I don't know why I used to look at the pre-markets, but they never told me where gold's going to go. I just used to look at to see. Literally, I would look at this 104. I used to look at 102. I'm like, oh, nice. They're up here today, and that's it. I wouldn't put too much weight. In all your years of trading, what difficulty would you say this year has been so far? Low volume. Extremely low volume. A lot of ranging. You know, sometimes you see some good trends in London session, then New York ranges, or if there's like, you know, ranging in London session, New York, like, you know, New York trends, but has been a lot of ranging here so far this year. Like if you compare this year to last year, big difference, huge difference in volume, volatility, everything. Huge difference between the 2 years. Oh, someone donated $15. Thank you. Gonna have breakfast here today. So what do we do now? Now you call it, I don't know what you do now.
Chill, relax.
Yeah, just chill. You know? Trading is fun because you get to chill. You get to chill a lot. That's how trading is fun. Trading is not fun if you keep on taking trades after trades after trades. Posting from my mobile, hope this works. Sorry if it doesn't. My first attempt as a swing trade, entered at 151.280, expecting it to reach 152. Closed partial, stops at break even. Oh wow, look at that. You get a buy from 151.260 coming up over here, close 75%. Yeah, that's pretty good, man. That's a pretty good idea. Put stops at break even. If you get stopped out, it is what it is. But if we break above 151.600, then obviously we can continue up towards 152. Let's see over here. Yeah, like my high target is at 152.400 based on the daily, and that is based on these highs to the left hand side. Right here. So this is where price is right now. So aiming right over here, 152.400. You must play with big lots for 10 pips. That is absolutely false. That is absolutely false. If you take a look at my history on my Instagram, I'll put my Instagram right over here. If you look at my history, I've been doing 10 pips since I was doing 10-cent lots. This is my Instagram right over here, Raja Banks. Been doing 10 pips since I was doing 10-cent lots, 50-cent lots, 1 lots, 2 lots, 5 lots. It takes time to build things, trust me. So it took time, man. Took 5 years of doing the same thing over and over and over again. I mean, trading, people think that you should be making thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars in a day, in a week. That's not going to happen that way. It takes time, man. Things take time. You getting a promotion in your job takes time. Graduating from university takes time. Competing in the Olympics takes time. You know, trading takes time. Everything takes time. Please tell, should I stick to 1 pair or 2 to 3 pairs? I think sticking to maybe 2 pairs is going to be much better. You know, I mean, I focus on 1 or 2 pairs. GJ, maybe sometimes gold. Sometimes gold. Only if I really like it. Then gold. Otherwise, I just stick to pound yen. Alright. So trade 1. GJ buys. This was minus 2 pips. Trade 2. GJ buys. I think I got like maybe like 5 pips from it. That's it. Pretty garbage day here today. Character building day here today. All right, we got news coming in about 1 second over here. Unemployment claims. Ooh, we're breaking below these lows over here. The GJ's buys were an impulse entry. Yes, the 2 pip loss was an impulse entry, and I got uncomfortable, so I closed it. And then I re-entered later on, and I failed to secure at 620, but because it moved too fast, and also I was busy blasting the horns. That's why I think I missed the TP over there. But it kind of slipped it too. Yeah. Oh wow, yeah, it's gonna continue dropping here now. We got good numbers here.
Yeah, I kind of missed it because I was recording, and my partial TP didn't trigger. But we got highlights, baby.
Yeah, once we break this area here, 151, 630, it's off to the races. Is it worth of money to subscribe to TradingView Premium? No, it's not. I haven't seen a big difference. The only difference I've seen is I don't see any ads now here to the left hand side. That's it. That's the only difference I've seen. Hey, good morning. Would you take a look at this risk I managed on GJ and any advice? All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Wow, your JPY is ranging over here after that news. Nothing happened here. I wonder what's going on. Price broke resistance, price retest new support, safe buys 151.680 above this area, looking good. Yeah, I'm looking at the same thing over here. Clean buys above 151.680, 700 should be pretty good. I mean, right now as well, we're coming back up towards this resistance. I think if we do break this, we're moving bullish because everything is bullish at this time. You know, the bias is bullish, range is bullish, everything's bullish.
Quick question, Kerwin, you still holding runners?
On GJ?
Yeah.
No. I closed.
How would I be able to trust 15-minute the way I trust the 30-minute setups? It depends from a chart to chart. You know, because if you look at the 15-minute right here, once this 15-minute closed bullish, you have to ask yourself, what's the probability that the next 15-minute candle will go up versus what's the probability it's going to go down? And the answer is going to be like, well, there's a high probability it can go up, and that's your trade idea there. Why don't you guys use partial TP feature on Magic Keys at mine at 12 pips secured 80%? I would have to do anything. Yes. I got too late for that. But partial TP is actually a blessing. It taps it, closes 80%, 90%, and that's it.
Are partial TPs available on MetaTrader 4 or just MT5?
Personal TPs?
Partial TPs.
Partial TPs. Magic Keys. It's not available. I think there are scripts you can use, but I haven't tried any scripts other than Magic Keys, basically.
It'll work on the MT4 as well, though?
Yeah, MT4 and MT5.
Okay. Sweet. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
If gold closes below that support 1731, it's gonna be a nice drop. See how the 4-hour candle already grabbed liquidity. Now it's a matter of time to break that support on the lower time frames. So if it breaks, it's gonna be a quick move. At least,
Also, if GJ breaks that that wick, that high, it's gone. So
yeah,
152.
yeah. And at that point, GG can easily create a new high, intraday high. So that resistance to the left is not gonna make so much of a problem for GG.
Uh-oh, we got a delicate situation coming in for Nick G on YouTube. Just got long on gold. 1744 target. Interesting.
Interesting.
It's an interesting analysis there. Gold buys.
Yeah.
When we had positive news over here.
Is green upside down or?
Depending on where the next 5-minute candle close, I will say buys can be there, but it's really risky trying to call support right now on gold this level.
Yeah.
Remember that you had the previous 4-hour candle bearish, rejecting creating resistance. So now this 4-hour candle is bearish also. And the moment it breaks that support, it's gonna give you a nice drop toward basically 1728, you know. So where is the stop loss for that buy on gold? That's the main issue.
Yeah, where's that stop loss on gold? Hey, Raja with the H. What do you think about the second chance over here? Took at the break of the previous high over here, closed all at 5 pips. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Second chance there.
Gold is coming down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Albert, if you still on gold sell, secure some profits at this point. 1720, 1729 is a nice target for yourselves.
Okay.
Then if we break from there, like I said, there's a nice target to the downside. 1725 is the ultimate target for today. Yes.
Okay.
Secure some, bring a stop loss or break even, or maybe 20 pips in profits and let it run. It was a nice trade. I just secured 50%.
Yeah.
All right, this candle's about to close in 2.5 minutes.
And I moved the stop loss in profit, so.
Yeah. So at this point, you see how the 4-hour candle is driving price to the downside because you already grabbed liquidity from that area, the rejection that we had over here. This became a fake out because we create. Oh, sorry. from here. Basically, we rejected it.
Yeah.
This 4-hour candle closed bearish. This one did the retest. Now start breaking again. Most likely you have this nice target to the downside, clean traffic on the 4-hour. So at this point on the lower time frames, for example, on the 5 minutes, what you want to see on gold is closing around 1729. And
Yes.
then the next candle, the next 5-minute candle, can easily do a retest to the previous one to retest that support that we just left. And then it's going to continue going even lower. Now, the problem is with gold, you don't want to see this 5-minute candle closing, with the wick to the downside and the body of the candle closing back in this support. That's why anybody who took sells on gold has to secure profits at that point.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, man, no problem.
All right, this 5-minute candle is about to close over here. I want to execute below 1729.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. Bye bye.
All right, take care.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, I got family from a different country visiting.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
From Guatemala.
Oh, Chapina.
Yeah.
After this, come to Brazil, Mac. We're waiting for you here, man.
In the favelas? Nah.
Bro,
No.
Bro, did you
Copacabana.
you took your whole house to Guatemala? Man took his whole room to Guatemala.
Right, you're a mean man.
Yo, you're an ass, man.
What do you mean? I'm just asking a question.
No, I'm out. Bye.
I'm just asking a question, man.
You always get roasted.
No, man, I'm just asking a question.
Yeah, man, he don't like me. Look, I got a
there he
friend
is.
that ain't good. He don't like me. All right, bye, guys.
All right,
Bye, man.
take care.
Be safe, man.
What's that t-shirt company again? $6 shirts. Why do people want to buy cheap, shitty shirts, man?
It's trending.
Yeah, they're trending. All right, 8:40, 20 more minutes left. 20 more minutes left for this 4-hour candle to close, for the 1-hour candle to close. And for me to call it a day. What's my spread on GJ? 1.4, 1.2, 1.5. Oh wow, G just really trending up over here now.
Yeah.
About to break above this area, 151.630. I'm having trouble drawing my zones. What's the best way to draw zones? And when I look to see many potential zones, it confuses me. The best thing to do is to post a chart. That's the best thing to do to know if you're drawing zones correctly or not. If you don't post charts, no one sees your charts, and then no one can help you with that. All right.
15 minutes on gold is gonna break.
Yeah, it should be a pretty nice move below 1729. Stops above the current 5-minute candle. Really anticipating it to continue bearish.
The only problem that I see right now, if anybody wants to take sells on gold at the break of the 5-minute candle, that the new 15-minute can easily do a retest to that support. That's the only problem. Other than that, can easily be a clean move toward 1725.
Do you think impulse entry with NYC volume for GJ makes sense above above 630? See, the only problem is if you look on the 4-hour candle, this is about to close, and the problem is the next 4-hour candle can potentially create a lower wick to continue up to retest the highs at 151, 680. Okay, so back to gold over here.
You got that sell on gold, Reggie?
Yes.
Very nice. Well managed.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, clean move.
Really, really, really don't want to take a losing trade over here. Closed at about 1-2 pip profit.
Oh.
Yeah. Having a really, really nice week, I don't want to fuck it up. Can you tell my friend Florian from the Gulag to join Market Fluidity? Well, Florian, that's all up to you. Let's see here now. Sell on gold is risky now. No, it's not risky at all. I think it's pretty nice. Look at that. Just keep securing positions, 10 pips, 12 pips on gold, because it's going to give you those moves. Damn, look at that. Look at that thing go.
When there's volume in the market, it's really easy to trade gold.
Yes.
And you may get 50 pips in basically 15 minutes.
Yeah, thanks Kerwin, got like 15 out of it. 15, 20.
Very nice, man. Congratulations, brother.
Wow. Man, this is why I don't like gold, like it goes, you secure, you don't wait around.
Yeah. But looking for the last 30 minutes on the 4-hour candle, after the 4-hour candle makes that retest to the previous 4-hour that you had created, let's say a structure, like the 4-hour that closed bearish at 5 a.m. in the morning. So the job for the pre-New York open, it's gonna be retest to that previous resistance on the 4-hour, and then the last 30 minutes from 8:30 to 9, there's gonna be enough volume to break support or to break resistance on previous structure on the 4-hour.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's really it's a matter of timing and waiting for the setup to appear.
What's this? I find myself only getting 1 or 2 trades a week and only grabbing 10 or so pips a week. For some reason, I feel I should be getting more trades. Thoughts on this? I think you're doing good. If you're taking 1 or 2 trades a week and you're getting like 10 pips, 15 pips, I think that's really, really good. Think about the people who take more than, let's say, 10 trades and they don't get nothing. So in the start, I think that's really good for discipline. But at the same time, I think if you're looking at the charts, you're also learning at the same time to see what moves you could have grabbed, what you could have done differently and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's still good, and never be afraid to give things time. Never be afraid to give things time. Always be open to give things time, because it will take time. I see people, they get discouraged about after 3 weeks of no progress. They're like, oh man, 3 weeks, I'm not getting any progress. Yeah, right. I mean, if you think 3 weeks is enough to get progress, it's not going to work that way. You know, true progress comes after like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months of doing the same thing over and over again. Your JPY is just arranging over here like crazy. I think GJ was the only move here for today. After that pre-New York consolidation here.
And slowly but surely it's creating new highs.
Man, on gold, I always use lower lots. On GJ, if I'm using like 10 lots, 12 lots, on gold, I'm using like 2, 5, 3.
Yeah, but then in matter of minutes, you get a nice reward.
Yes. Oh. Oh, damn, look at that. It's going to continue breaking here with the new hour starting here.
If this candle closed above the resistance, you consider the next targets the weeks at left or the next targets maybe weekly?
Weekly.
Long.
Weekly and daily. So let's take a look to the left hand side over here.
153,594.
Wow, can't even look to the left over here. Yeah, so this is where we're at right now. We're coming up to fill this wick at 680, 690. So let's take a look here. How far left are we looking at? Ooh, 2018. So we got clean candle all the way up until we got some rejections at 950, 151, 950 here. And then some rejections right around here, 150.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 30 pips away, 29, 30 pips away. Not bad.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. We are at a weekly rejection zone now. You know, man, in the past 2 weeks, pound yen has came up to 3 weekly rejection zones, and it has just blasted through those rejection zones. I'll show you. So the first one was right over here, blasted through it, and then we had another one right here. We had another one right over here, blasted through this. Then we had this monster zone over here, blasted through this zone. And now we're coming up to this rejection zone up over here. It's been a wild ride. Yeah, GJ has been the bulldozer. Let's see here what's going on in Gulag over here. Oh, surprising we didn't have any haters here today. Hey, Raja, I had a bad EJ trade. I think I got faked out. Can you check this? I don't think there was any trade on your JPY, to be honest. There was nothing. Even on the 15-minute time frame, nothing happened here. You had one, this was news candle, right? News candle did close back in the range. This candle basically didn't really close below or above the range. Nothing happened. There was nothing. Let's take a look here. Oh, God, over here. Okay. Yeah. I think you could have managed risk as well, as this candle broke the low and then it closed bearish. You could have had chances to manage risk at that point.
Is that take profits on the likes 1500? Is that a good target?
1500?
Yes.
Oh.
That's a nice target. 1500.
Oh.
That's a nice target.
Nice target. Target reached.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I made some pips in my first trade on gold. Oh, nice. Nice. So if you look at this, right? You look at the 1 hour candle, there was nothing, no confirmation. Look at the smaller time frame. And this is the move I got thanks to Kervin over here. This one right here coming down.
Can you squeeze the chart a little bit to the upside, right? I want to see the upper structure on the 5 minutes. So coming to New York, you have basically this structure right here. Oh, chiquito. So that was the previous structure. So the moment price is rejecting and creating this support, most likely price is gonna break through here, and retest this area right here. The moment you have this 5 minute candle rejecting that resistance, and the next one is closing bearish, breaking below that area, this is the sell that I wanted to get. But then at that point, my stop loss is gonna be on top of this candle. There was like 25 pips on gold at that moment. Now, see how this candle came to retest that resistance and is closing bearish again. So this candle already left some range to the downside. You can either wait for this candle to appear, and the moment the next one is closing, is closing bearish, go for it, because you know that you're gonna retest this support. And later on, with the impulse from New York opening and the last 30-minute candle on the 4 hour, you're gonna get that drop to that area. So it's sometimes it's really easy to look at gold and pay attention to the lower time frames with the confirmations on the higher time frames. So for me to take buys on gold, I would like to see something like something like this. If I want to take gold buys, it's gonna be a candle looking like this, leaving some range to the upside, so I can easily manage this trade, knowing that this candle has to be respected, but the candle is closing above the resistance, the body of the candle. So then most likely at the next candle, you're gonna have something like this to retest this resistance. And if the volume is there, and let's say the 4 hour is right here, you know that the 4 hour that closed at 9 a.m. in the morning, you may have a new high created at that point. So, but you need a candle closing outside this range right here with the body of the candle, not the wick. Remember, you have to wait for confirmation. So even on the lower time frames, you don't pay attention to the resistance or so until you get a body closing above resistance or a body closing below support. This is the 5 minute that closed below this support. This candle didn't close below that support. So at that moment, it's really risky taking sells, because you're trading at support and you may have a rejection. Remember when somebody was looking for buys on gold? They basically were looking for buys just because they think this support is gonna hold, and this candle hasn't closed at that moment, but this candle did, and the body of the candle close, basically below this support. So most likely you will create a new low. But it's really easy.
All right, Raja, I'm gonna take off here, man. But before I go, just want to say thank you for my intervention yesterday. Really appreciate you. Have a good one, man. And I don't know where I'd be without you, man. Much love.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Take care.
Absolutely.
Take care. All right. Please, one last feedback. All right, let's take a look at this. Pound yen 30-minute chart buy stop over here. Close 1/3 when price came down. Close 1/3 again. Remaining hit stop loss. TP hit eventually. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. What did you do after that? Did you look to see how you could have given the trade a second chance or something like that? Right? Because we knew you hit stop loss. What did you do after you hit stop loss? That's the real question. Because price went to your take profit, so what are you doing after you take a loss? Most people, what they do is after they take a loss, they're like, oh, I took a loss and then that's it. They call it a day after that. No, you can't call it a day after that. You got to take a look at that and say that, okay, price went to my profit. What could I have done to give my trade a second chance? What could you have done at that point? So then you start looking at, okay, you know what, maybe, once this candle moved up, maybe I could have re-entered at another impulse entry, or maybe I could have entered at the next candle moving up because of all the confluences we talked about when this candle was moving bullish. So you gotta look at those things over there. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a buy here for price to move up. Okay, this looks good on the 1 hour time frame, but also got to understand that maybe the next one, if it does retrace, you got to be in it for price to really continue moving up. And I think it should continue moving up at least till 151.800. Once we cross above 151 690 700. Today was not an easy day at all. Pound yen kind of like hustled and bustled here and there, but eventually it made it to where we wanted it to go. Gold was like a quick move down, and that was about it. Some people sold gold right above here, 1734, 33. You guys got some good moves, but other than that, it was pretty tricky here. But still a lot of fun.
It's always fun.
Yeah. All right, everybody, I'm going to head off over here. Let's not overtrade or over risk here today after this.
Thank you, Raja.
Thank you, everyone. Take care. Gulag.
Yeah,
Thank you, Raja.
Thank you, Raja.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.